Yo, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Piper Academy Network. I'm Army Piper, and this is the morning market report. We got a lot of red going on behind us here on the chart, a lot of sell off overnight, but we gave a little warning to our members over in the Discord for the alumni. We'll talk about that a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look over here at the chart and what I was seeing yesterday that made me give that warning, guys. It would be this right over here, the support level that we've been talking about on this show in our community all over. This is one of the key levels. This one goes all the way across there. We got a rejection off that last night, almost hitting the dynamic reactor, getting that bounce down. And then I looked at the futures market, saw that it was red. Treasury yields were not really dumping off. And I was like, it's going to be a bad week. We got a lot of economic data coming this week that we're going to go over today and talk about. Got some articles, got some Bitcoin charts, some market projections, guys. We're going to be going over it all. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to take care of you. But this is the morning market report. Let's get it, guys. Class is in session. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. I am all alone today. No OC guy, but I got my charts. I got the alumni in the chat. Let's go ahead and give all those people a shout out. Let's go see here. We got Alexandra G right off the gate, guys. I got to say, Alexandra G in the house, the mod queen extraordinaire. We got Crypto Trades in here with us. Baba Yaz, average Crypto Joe, who did not think I was going to be on time. Sir, I was on time today. I won't say I'm always on time, but usually 70% of the time, I'm on time every time. Alexander G. Hart. We got Lunar Beaches in here. LBC, the host of the Market After Dark. We have BC Port Corp, the host of Good Morning Crypto, in here with us. Who else we got in the house? Crypto Coin Mindset. If you guys don't follow Crypto Coin Mindset, go check him out. He's got great content. And I was supposed to have done a show with him last week, but I had some appointment stuff going on, so I was not able to make it. But shout out to him and Ninja Clock in here with us. Guys, if I didn't get to your name, if I didn't see your name, I apologize. R.S. Miller, the man that's older than me, and Wick 589. I cannot miss that, dude. Wick 589 in the house. What's up, bro? So let's talk about the markets, guys. We are getting a pullback right now off of a key level. We did fire off a dump prophecy on chart prime indicators. So what's our next level? We're going to look at that, and we're going to take a look at all the economic data coming out this week, because we do have some scary stuff coming this week that could really send the markets down even harder. So don't worry. We're going to go over all of it with you. Let's go ahead and jump into the news. Let me get that all set up first, and then we'll go talk about that first. We'll just roll. We'll roll with it since I'm all alone today. There's no one else to introduce in the show. No co-host. My co-host is me, myself, and I. Shout out to Trade Intuition. Bingo bango in the house. Let's go check out the news, guys, and see what we're seeing over there. The news. Let's go take a look here, guys. We are sitting right now. Let me give this a refresh. I just want to make sure I get the newest, freshest data. $3.27 trillion, down 5.3%. Look at that volume. 84.8% upside volume after coming out of the weekend. A lot of people waking up this morning and deciding to choose violence and sell Bitcoin. That's what they're doing right now. Let's go over here. I thought this was fantastic. Woke up to $110, 110 DXY and a 4.8% 10-year yield. Good morning. Drink your coffee and watch the chaos as it ensues. But the one that I want to bring up here is this one right here, guys. Currently, right now, Bitcoin dominance, according to this, is sitting at 57.1. We'll look at the on TradingView and see what that's reading. The CMC Crypto Fear and Greed Index is at 47 right now, sitting in neutral. Yesterday was at 48. Last week, we were in the 60s. And last month, we were at 78. Feeling greedy. Now we're all feeling needy. So CMC altcoin season, guys, we're at 40 out of 100 right now. Not even at the halfway threshold of the altcoin season here. So might be a hot minute before we see that. Looking at the daily here, we're on red. Hourly was green for a little while this morning on the crypto bubbles. It's also turned red. And let's go down here and look at Bitcoin's price right now. Currently, Bitcoin is at $90,232, down 4.9% on the daily. Let me get just a little bit of a tweak there so that there we go. Perfect. I want to be able to see these weeklies and these dailies here. So there we go. Perfect. So yeah, Ethereum is sitting at 2,994. It has lost the $3,000 mark. XRP is down 5.9%. Oh my goodness, guys. Ethereum's down 8.6%. What a sell-off. XRP down 5.9%, sitting at $2.35, losing its spot to Tether again. A lot of money moving into the stable coins right now. BNB sitting at 664, down 4.1%. Solana's down 8.2% at 173. Doge down 7.5% at 31 cents. Cardano is down 10.4% at 89 cents. Might be a good buy zone there if you think that this is going to return and rally. We did put up a poll. Do you think the top was 108? We have gotten some votes on that. Let me see what we're at right now. We've had 20 votes so far. 40% said yes, 60% said no. So if you guys have not done the poll, it's right there in the chat. Go do that. I want to see what everyone's sentiment is. So I'm taking a test poll. I want to know how the sentiment is of the viewers here on the show. Dogecoin down 8%. It's at 31 cents. We already talked about that. SWI is down 10.6%. Avalanche down 11. You guys see altcoins absolutely getting wrecked on this sell-off. And Bitcoin, I mean, it's down 5.1%. So let's see what's done better than that. It's BNB, Leo Token. Leo Token has done better, a lot better. And that's pretty much it in the top 20. Nothing has held as well as Bitcoin today. So let's jump over here to the Bitcoin liquidation chart. Let's refresh it and talk about that. In the past 24 hours, come back down. Thank you. In the past 24 hours, 245,864 traders were liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $658.2 million. Largest single liquidation order happened on Binance. It was Bitcoin, $8.2 million. So the economic data that we have coming up this week, folks, today, not much. Monthly budget statement on the two-star impact. Can we not do that? That would be great. Give me 1 second and I will get this back going here. Copy, because it just wanted to just shoot out its own data there on another chart. There we go. Perfect. Nothing major here today on the 2-star. We just got that monthly budget statement. If we go to the 1-star, you'll see that there is some things here like some bill auctions and stuff like that. Nothing major today. That's why I usually look at 2 impact and higher. Tomorrow, though, PPI month over month is going to be coming in, and core PPI month over month. So PPI, this is going to be your normal producer price, factory gate prices in the U.S. Let's go down here. In the United States, the producer price inflation month over month for demand measures month over month changes in the price of commodities sold for personal consumption, for capital investment, government, export, composed of final demand goods, which includes food and energy. So PPI includes food and energy, right? Core PPI does not. There's no food and energy in this. This is minus, excluding food and energy costs. So we're going to be getting this data tomorrow. We're also going to be getting on Wednesday, we're going to get our new 30-year mortgage rates. It's currently at like 7.19, I believe, is what its current level is right now. And then core inflation rate is going to be coming out. Right now, it's at 0.3%. They're expecting on the consensus to be 0.2, forecasted to be neutral at 0.3. If this comes in higher, it's going to confirm all those fears that everyone has had about the market return of inflation, the market sell-off, and then of course that's going to pump the 10-year Treasury yield up even more. So core inflation right now is at 3.3, expected to be neutral at 3.3 for the year over year, and then a lot of inflation data basically, and then we get also New York State Manufacturing Index, and that's expected to be up a little bit higher. So I don't know. Tuesday, Wednesday, going to be big days for us. Thursday, we're going to get retail sales and then export-import prices, initial jobless claims for the weekly unemployment filings. And then Friday, we're going to close it out with some building permits, housing permits, and stuff like that. This is a pretty much major week, and I'll tell you why. All of this inflation data, this is the last week that we are going to be able to get inflation data for the Fed Reserve. So the next FOMC rate decision is going to be on January 29th, and with that, this will be the final chance to see what the inflation looks like before that happens. Sorry about that. phone dinging in the background there. I just muted it. So yeah, this is going to be a big week because it's going to be the last look that they're going to get to put their finger on the pulse and know just how healthy or unhealthy the economy is before they go into that rate decision. Right now, we're looking at a 97.3% chance that there will not be a rate cut this month. So Bank of America actually took all of them off the table. They're saying 0 this year. Most of the other economists and analysts have now said that they're looking at a 2. They're looking at 2 rate cuts for this entire year. So this will be the first month of the year for rate cuts, and it looks like we will not be getting one. So let's go jump over into the other data here. Let's give this a refresh and take a look at what's going on here. So right now, the Dow Jones is up about 0.05%. So it is in the green at market open here. S&P down about 0.8%, a little bit more than that actually. And then NASDAQ is down 1.6. This was down 2 complete percent this morning pre-market, guys. But I want to show you the VIX is green right now, getting a little pump up. You know, when that thing is green, it's not really that good. And let's go take a look at those bonds and see what that 10 years looking like. 10 years at 4.776%, up a measly 0.002, but enough to give a scare. What's the 2-year at? Can we go look at that? Actually, I'll look at that on another way later on. Because that's the spread. That 10-year, 2-year spread is the thing there. So behind the stock sell-off and whether the bull market is at risk, we've got a little article here from CNBC. It's really not as simple as saying good news on the economy was treated badly on Wall Street, right? Like we saw last week. It's not that simple, they say. Yes, the S&P shed 1.5% on Friday, and December payroll growth of $256,000 was 100,000 jobs. 256,000 jobs was 100,000 jobs above the forecast, and the unemployment rate fell a tick to 4.1. But the mini market tantrum is less about disliking prosperity than worrying it might not be sustainable given the way that the bond yields and the Federal Reserve are acting in response. So what the market knows is that the economic data released early in each year since the pandemic has come in hot, only to moderate and sometimes give way to growth scares in months later. So what the market fears is that the bond market and the Federal Reserve will extrapolate the strong job numbers and then tighten financial conditions, which will then, put pressure on liquidity, which then puts pressure on the markets. That's how that all plays out. So that is a little touch there of why the markets are selling off the way that they are. Article here, we'll just go over some headlines. U.S. dollar rises early Monday morning. Focus on inflation, retail sales, and home building this week. So obviously, that's, like I said, economic data, all eyes on that this week. And then the job report shuts the door on the January Fed rate cuts. And as I told you, it's at like 97.3% chance that we will not get a rate cut this week. So focus this week, CPI data, and the bond market, that 10-year yield. So MicroStrategy added 2,530 more Bitcoin to its stash. Holdings are now reaching 450,000 Bitcoin, guys. So that just happened. Another 2,500 plus Bitcoin there. And I think that's about it. Let's go over to chat cam and let's go talk it out and see what's going on in the chat right now. Let's see here. Who we got in the chat? Who's in the chat? Donato Cabrera joined us. Mike Play, appreciate having you here. What's everybody saying in here? We got Trade Intuition, week 589. A Boo Boo TT coin. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, Wick. That's what Bitcoin is. Let's go down here and see what else we got. If I missed anybody in here. Little Fish, good morning, everybody. Good morning to you, Little Fish. How you doing, man? Ahsoka Tano, good morning. Good morning. Hey, how's your HODL pass going? You got your HODL pass this weekend, and that's awesome. So the winner of the NFT that Ada Ace gave away, Hydra Drip HODL pass. Eric Wallace said, I'm here, buy the dip. I did. I bought dip this weekend. I bought like 3 different types because I got some tortilla chips and I got a little bit of some baked potato chips. So I wanted some variety. So I bought 3 dips this weekend. Not the type of dips you probably want though. Eric Wallen, I'm sorry. Let's go jump into the chart and let's talk about that. See what we're seeing over here. Do you see what I see? Army charts. Can we go there? Perfect. Bingo. Bingo. I love it. Here we go, guys. Looking here at Bitcoin, we did hit this level up here. And so yesterday I said, hey guys, we're showing strength all weekend long. This is going to be on Friday. This was a test here on Sunday and another one yesterday evening, I believe. Yep, yesterday evening. We hit all of those 3 times over the weekend that we hit that level of resistance there, and it held strong. This one here, we did get a little bit of a pump up. I saw some people getting some hopium on X. I wanted to go, it is doing something. It's about to dump, but I didn't because I don't want to be a tool sometimes. It's, I'll just let other people do that, play that role. But we did get the dump off of that. I did put that out to the community yesterday. Let's jump over to Solo Cam. There we go. And then I can go bring that chart up, bring that phone up. And there we go. This was in our Discord yesterday. I said, careful this week, folks. Markets are setting up for more sell-off. Gave a picture of the futures on the Dow Jones. Said money flow on Bitcoin is dumping. The resistance we talked about on Friday has shown strength all weekend long. And good news is the 10-year yield is not at 4.8%, which now it's almost there. So there you go. It was at 4.763 at the time. So I gave a warning last night on this. This was about 7 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock in the evening on the East Coast. So we did talk about that. I wanted to give everyone a little bit of a understanding of what we were looking at, because Sunday night for me, Sunday night is all about prepping for the week. I want to see how the Asian market's opening. I want to see how futures are opening. That kind of gives you that tone to expect for the week. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the chart and we'll take a look at what that's saying there. So looking at this, guys, we did get that sell off last night that I was talking about. That would have been about right here. When we were trying to pump up, and I said, watch it. Yeah, well, there you go. It went down instead, and that was what we were expecting. We got a prophecy indication off of the dump there, off of the prophecy indicator from Chart Prime, and we came down to the value area low, this value area low coming in right here. That's about 89,675, and it's this last volume node. I do have this volume node here for Jesus Take the Wheel support zone coming in to the bottom level here also at about $87,000. This is going to be a critical level for us to hold for Bitcoin. As of right now, we are getting a bounce off of that value area low, but it's going to need to hold, and I'll show you why. Let me go ahead and bring this up here. We do have a bounce here. What I'm going to be watching is this. Bounce on the value area low, bounce on my lower support range, right? We did get the overbought and we did get the power bar waning out, right? We're clipping right now on the True 7. Money flow is coming down. But I think we're going to get a little bounce here. Little bouncy-roo here to the upside. And why I say that is because we still have not retested bearishly on the dynamic reactor since back here on Tuesday last week. I think as this comes down, we do get another little pump up. We hit another key level, like maybe the daily close here, or it could even possibly be just a quick liquidity grab. Doesn't even need to be the actual daily line, just a liquidity grab, and then reject off of that before it comes down again. The reason that I think that's going to happen is because we've got the levels that need. What's up, Wix Wi-Fi 89 2W in the house? Because we do have some levels up there of liquidity that need to be grabbed. A lot of people knew that this was going to dump. A lot of people shorted on this. Not content creators, obviously. They were all super bullish while I was screaming bearish, but Nick Cypher wasn't. Nick Cypher, I'm going to show his post in a minute. He was not bullish at all. But I do think we are going to get one more move up here. Little suckers rally. It's going to grab everybody's money and run. So right now, it does look like we're moving that direction, though, bouncing off that value area low. With the oscillator on the 4-hour screaming all of this, I am watching for that. But I do not think the bottom is in. Why is that, Piper? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because we just now, on the daily over here, got our first green candle. But it's not even the bright green. You guys see the bright green candle here? Let me bring this down to show you. Bright green candles here, bottom. Bright green candle here, bottom. Bright green candle here, bottom. Let's go over here. Bright green candle here, bottom, right? We have not gotten that yet on the daily. We hadn't this whole time. That's why I was like, we're not done dumping. My Chart Prime MVP oscillator has not said we have bottomed on the daily yet. We have more downside coming, so shout out to Chart Prime on that. Once this thing turns bright green, which honestly, it really could. This candle wick here on the daily could pull up really hard, and this would just go away, or we could just come down really, really strongly, hit this 382 at about 85.7. That would be a critical range there, critical level if we lost the one that we're currently at, because you can see the support there all through this area, right? So if we were to do that, this would fire off a bright green candle. That would indicate bottoming on the MVP oscillator. I am watching from that closely. But again, we need to see what's going to happen with PPI. CPI and PPI can come out this week and just absolutely just look wonderful. And everybody goes, oh, bull market's back on. Don't take that, don't get me wrong. That could happen. But as of right now, sentiment is risk off for sure. Let's go take a look at a couple of other charts that I wanted to see in here. It was not that. Oh yeah, here we go. So another reason that I do think we could see some more sell-off here, guys, coming into play is because the on the 4 hour, the MACD normalized here is showing more sign. The signal is still open to the downside. We're not getting any curvature yet, and we are in bright red. We're not seeing any weakening of the histogram there. We are pretty low on the oscillator and RSI, which is why I do think we get a pump up and then a rejection, which will give a chance for all of this stuff to reset. But as of right now, we do still have some more downside on MACD 4 hour. Let's go talk about what Nick Cypher showed, and then I'll show you guys how that looks on my chart also. Let me go over here. Nope, not you, sir. Yeah, we'll go here. We'll put this on the monthly, and then I will talk about this for a second on Bitcoin after I show. Oh, Nick Cyphers, he's Flopper and Groping is going to actually be coming on the show at some point soon. We're going to be getting him on to be a guest. I want to go down here, turn that to the normal oscillator, and then let's go over to X and let's take a look at what Nick had to say. There we go. Let's go through X marks the spot in general right now. One thing that Kabisi Letter said here, he's talking about Volmageddon, market crash, combination of rising inflation, record ODTE options, and then the 10-year note yield nearing 5%. So Volmageddon coming soon to a market near you, according to him. LA wildfires, insurance stocks are set to collapse. I want to talk about this for a second. After I do the monthly, I'm going to go to Market Cypher, Nick Cypher's chart, and then we'll come back and talk about the repercussions of that fire, because I'm seeing some stuff over there that no one's really talking about yet that are going to have a second and third order effect, and I'll explain what that means. Here's Nick Cypher's post. He said this is the moment that Market Cypher was made for, and you can see here he's talking about he drew a line on here for the higher wave to the lower wave while price is going from low to high on monthly. Lunar Beaches talked about this a couple of weeks ago also on his show on the Markets After Dark. But when we come over here and we look, we're seeing it on pretty much everything right now. Let me go do a trend line here. Let's bring that trend line in. There's your line there. Let's go ahead and do another one. There's your line there. That is a bearish divergence on the monthly, guys. And so typically a very bad thing to see. The last time we had that would be right here. Look at this. There's one, and there's one. That is another bearish divergence from this point here that created the end of the cycle last cycle. So people like to talk about 4-year cycles, but the 4-year cycle says, well, that's what the 4-year cycle says too. So shout out to Nick Cypher on that call. Good eye, and shout out to Lunar Beaches on picking up on that also. All right, let's go back over here and talk about this. So insurance stocks are set to collapse. I want to go in and hit more. There we go. Insurance stocks are set to collapse. So if you guys wanted to short something in the markets, Why not insurance companies? Because they're going to be paying a lot of money for these homes from this fire. 40,000 acre fire with insurance losses crossing $20 billion since the market closed on Friday. Estimated damage has tripled to $150 billion. Could this cause an economic ripple effect? Let's go down and see what he says. Heading into the weekend, estimates of insurance losses were high, but not likely to exceed 10 to 15 billion. That's what they said. Now it's estimated losses are up to $20 billion for insurers. This is 60% more than the inflation-adjusted value of the previous most expensive wildfire in history. And we're just going to come over here. Let's go to Solo Cam. Bingo bango. There we go. Shout out to Trade Intuition. I don't know why that word stuck in my head today. I got my own, man. I got my own. Where's my own? We got this right here.
Boom shakalaka.
We got boom shakalaka. Let's go talk about insurance, guys. One of the biggest factors in inflation over the past year and a half has been insurance, auto insurance, home insurance. It's just parabolically go up. I'm sure that everyone here in the chat right now has had their insurance go up, and they were like, "What the hell is this new price amount?" And then everyone said, "Oh, well, you know, it's inflationary, right?" Because inflation obviously makes people's cars have more crashes and stuff, right? The risk levels. And then, of course, the home, I can understand that homes going up because they actually went up big time in price. Cars are a depreciating asset, though. Auto insurance should not go up like homeowners insurance, in my opinion. But what I'm seeing is that this is going to cause inflationary growth, right? Plus, all these people right now trying to buy houses without being in a fire, supply and demand is taking effect. House prices keep going up because there's not enough houses being built due to for the people that need homes, right? What is the amount of housing price going to be when all of these people that no longer have homes, no longer have now are, getting their insurance checks? How long is it going to take to get those checks? And when those hit, are we going to see another spike in housing inflation on top of insurance inflation? I think it's very likely right now, guys. I really do. These companies at the end of the day, they're going to get their money. And if it has to be through raising prices even more, then that's what they'll do. So we could see some second and third order effects. If you don't know what that means, it means like I throw a ball out a bottle, that bottle falls over. That is a secondary effect. The bottle breaks. That's a tertiary effect, third order effect, and then so on and so forth. Someone steps on the glass, fourth order effect, right? Second and third order effects of an initial event. Second, third order effects of this fire. We could see inflation come back because of home prices and insurance, homeowner insurance, and car insurance. A lot of cars were destroyed out there. I just saw a picture of a Lamborghini completely burnt up. Some minor damage, it said, for sale, Lamborghini in California. But yeah, my heart goes out to everyone over there that's in that region. And I know a lot of people don't have a lot of savings right now, and they're likely going to get even tighter with what could come from this on inflation. So that is what I'm seeing there on that. I just wanted to talk about that for a quick second. Was there anything else on X marks the spot? Let me look here before we move on into some other charts. Yeah, I want to talk about this. Let me bring this up. Come on, work with me here. There we go. Reset, refresh. Thank you. We're going to talk about this chart here. This is going to be the 10-year U.S. 10-year Treasury bond breakouts versus the SPX, okay? And so what they're talking about on the breakout is where you had like this threshold level and then it breaks out to the upside. You can see we had one right here where it took place. Actually, let me do this. Let me open this image in a new tab. Oh no, let's just download that image. This way I can draw on it for you guys. Drawings. Let me get up here to downloads. There we go. And we'll just open it this way. Perfect. Thank you very much. So looking at this first level that we have here, guys, this level, this was where we had a breakout of that line there. And you can see the S&P had a nice pullback there. Second one, we had a nice resistance level there, came in. That was our horizontal resistance. It had a breakout on the 10-year Treasury bond yields. Again, another sell-off there for the market. We had another breakout that occurred here back in 2020, late 2023, early 2024. There was that little pullback there going into that January through March period. Over the summer, we had a little pullback. Nothing major there. But right now, we had another breakout again, and that's that 5% yield that I'm talking about. And we've already had, for the beginning of this year, that sell-off taking place. So there's some just local history going back to 2022 of that reaction to 10-year yield breakouts in the stock market. And if we break the 5%, I think it's an even higher percentage. What else was there on X marks the spot that I wanted to go over? I want to make sure I got all this. Can I put a lot of stuff in here? We talked about Nick Cipher. Shout out to you, man. I love Nick Cipher. That dude's awesome. Token locks this week, guys. We got token locks on Arbitrum coming on January 16th. Approximately 2.2% of the current supply will be added to. ApeCoin will unlock 15.6 million ape coins on January 17th, constituting about 2.16 of the circulating supply. Echelon Prime is unlocking 1.46 of theirs on January 17th. UX Link will be doing a big one, 15.6% of their tokens circulating supply will be unlocked. And then Immutable X on January 24th doing another 1.3% of their supply. So just keep that in mind. If you guys didn't get that, I'll leave it right there so you guys can screenshot. But if you have any of those tokens, be aware of those unlocks coming. I think that is it. Did I get it all? I think I got it all. Let's jump over to the charts and let's go look at that. And let's check the chat. Actually, let's check the chat first. I want to see this poll. What's everybody saying on the poll? We've had 42 votes. 57% said no. 43% said yes. Guys, my point of that poll was that's a 50-50. That's almost a 50-50. It's 43-57, but it's pretty darn split on the sentiment right now. And I think that's what we're seeing across all the markets. A lot of sentiment. You've got people that are going, well, this, and then you got people that are going, but that. And so overall, I just think that you've got a lot of fear and you got a lot of hopium fighting against each other, and you're seeing that in price action. So that's why I'm not overly confident that it's going to keep going down. I think that we will have some rallies in there that take place. So let's go see the chat here and see what we got. Got the Brumblebee is in the house. Ondo unlock on the 17th too. John Foster, appreciate that. Unlock coming for Ondo, guys. So we got Dave Brumbelow in the house, the Brumblebee. Wix Wife Fine 89, 2-dub with us in here. French Toasters in the house with us. We got RS Miller, yeah, Fat Fingers, Lunar Beaches. What did I miss here? Anything? 7.0 earthquake in Japan this morning with the tsunami. Did not hear about that yet. That is interesting. Housing costs not generally regional. So insurance costs are not. I will tell you that if they have a lot of expense in California, they will move it over. The reason that will have an effect is because now they have a massive flux of how much copper they need, wood, laborers. Like, they've got to kick up the building in California now. So that will have a cost because they will not have supply of, supply and demand is what dictates cost. That means that housing prices will likely increase in other regions that have high demand also, because they will not be the pinnacle of California's demand peak in comparison. So that's how that housing prices will go up in other areas, despite it being isolated to California, Lunar Beaches. But great question. I appreciate you. Cause and effect. That's cool. DDT is in the house with us, obviously. Melissa S is in here with us. Awesome. I don't think I missed anything. If I missed anything in here, let me know. Alexander G will tell me you missed this, Piper, and then I'll get in trouble. And so if I missed anything, Alexander G, let me know. Let me know. Let's go take a look at some other charts here that I want to take a look at. There is some good news. You guys want some good news? Let's go talk about some good news. You guys know on Mondays, I like to take a look at Friday's close for the CME Gaps. Because we do tend to go fill that up. Here we go. There's a daily CME gap. Look, right there's Friday's close right there. Yeah, we closed it. Actually, Friday's close was there. We went up and we closed it and we pulled back down. So no CME gap this week. The only CME gap in existence is still sitting down here at about $81,000 on the top side right now. Oddly enough, right in line with the daily dynamic reactor. So keep an eye on that level. Let's go back to the 4-hour and let's go take a look at Ethereum. I want to take a look at that. ETH. We lost our key level here, guys. My November 22nd, 2022 diagonal support trend has been broken again. We have another outlier being built right now. We lost this after bouncing on it twice. We had a bounce. Let's see here. Bounce here on Sunday. We had a bounce here on it on Thursday. So it has decided after this bounce also back here, by the way, on 20 December, it has decided that this is now going to be our resistance. What I would watch for on this, I would watch for if we do get a market pump, look for the retest and rejection on that trend because that OC retest might be a great short for Ethereum there. Not financial advice. How's the oscillator looking here? Oscillator's still looking like, it is getting bottomed out on the 4-hour, but you can see money flow still coming down. True 7 still coming down. When I get to points like this, where I'm like, oh yeah, cool, it's ready to bounce again, right? Guys, look here. We had this and it continued on until it hit support. And then it just kind of went sideways for days, right? I like to go to the daily so I can see the higher time frames on a lot of things. Actually, let's just do this. Let's go here where I've got all of my oscillators, and you can just see the like Bitcoin. Let's take a look at that. We still have the red candles here on the histogram for the daily. We're still got the signal coming down, making a nice little wave to the downside. We are hitting the quantum reactor on the daily. There's a little bit of hopium there. That gave us a bounce, right? But you can see the money, the RSI here still has a chance, like ways it can go down. The money flow is just now getting ready to cross the zero line. RSI prime can come a lot lower than what it is right now. So on the daily, we're not maxed out. We're not clipped out yet on these oscillators. So on the daily, we still have quite a bit more to go down. On the 4-hour, yeah, we do have a little bit of that pull up there that we're seeing. But while these are looking wiped out, the RSI, the Oscillator Pro, this still tells me that even on the 4-hour, we have some more room. But when you look at these on the daily, that's why I said you can get that little bounce up. That'll give all this time to cool back off again and then continue on for its downside move on the 4-hour, right? Let's go look at Ethereum on the daily. Let's take a look at that. And then I'll take a look at like Solana, Chainlink. We'll just see how the strength of all of these are looking right now. Crypto Billy, we've got the Billy Goat Tales in the house, guys. If you do not know, this is the morning market report, home of the Golden Goat. I got the trophy. I got receipts and trophies, yo. Let's go back over. Shout out to Billy. What's up, man? Crypto Pew Pew Cruise. R saying is in here with us. Who else we got? R saying, ouch, these markets. Ouchie, ouchie. Yep, they are ouchie, ouchie. This is why I put it out to my Warno last night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, to my community and said, be careful right before the big dump happens. So shout out to all of them. All right, let's go look at Ethereum. Ethereum, we're seeing a lot of the same stuff here. I want to go to SWE. SWE's got a very bullish looking chart. It's just making a higher low. We did get a peak seeker that printed, but then that's old now on the daily. So that's out of play. I think SWE is still one of the strongest looking market structures because it keeps doing this. Watch this. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's do this. Pull that up. Look, platinum pocket bounce. Okay. Platinum pocket bounce. Do another one from here up to here. Platinum pocket bounce, golden pocket bounce. Okay. Over and over again. That's all it keeps doing. Watch this. Platinum pocket bounce, golden pocket bounce. This is all it keeps doing every single time. Retracement, back to the golden pocket, platinum pocket. If we are to do this, let's go see. Let's go see where this level is going to be at. I want to do one here. Let's say that that's a bottom, and let's bring this up for like a higher high. There you go. Let me check one thing. Let me do a little bit of cross analysis here. That would be golden pocket. Okay. Okay. No, I can go with that. I want to see this one. So it typically is setting up the next one to where the first pullback is in line with the 50. So if we do this based on that, nope, sorry, do this based on that. There we go. Bring that up to about the 50. That would put us coming up next to about $6.27, and then a retracement back to about $5. I think I'm going to actually trade this, guys. I think I'm going to wait for this to go up and do its rejection. When it comes back, I'm just going to set a trade right there in the golden pocket for part one, platinum pocket for part two, and just do a long on SWE based on this. So I think that's the play right now on the daily, and that would be a good swing trade because we're seeing this pattern play out over and over and over again. And in all reality, because of that, because the platinum pocket has played so strong, I could put my stop loss just underneath the platinum pocket and see if it does a repeat pattern that we keep doing over and over and over again. We are starting to see a curvature here on money flow back to the upside, so that would be a bullish move in my opinion. Let's see what Chainlink is looking like. Chainlink just hit its golden pocket for a bounce. It hit its value area low. Excuse me. Apologies for the congestion, folks. Histogram is starting to gray out a little bit, or lighten up, I should say, which means typically it's looking like upside. The signal, I'd like to see a little curvature on that of the daily. Chainlink still looking weak, in my opinion. Its trend has been downward instead of upward like SWE. Nothing's looking quite as strong as SWE right now, in my opinion. Nothing. Let's see. XRP. Ish. It's got half of the support structure going here, but it went down and now it's starting to come back up. And let's take a look here. I want to show you again. Watch. Golden pocket bounce. So pretty clean occurrences that happen there on dailies, guys, when you look at fibs on dailies. That's why it's best to sometimes just zoom out. Yeah, XRP might actually come up to do a liquidity grab before it pulls back down. Keep an eye on that one. That would be the one to watch there. Renders on its dynamic reactor. This might be a good decent spot if it comes down and touches this again on the retest. Get into that. Set your stop loss just beneath. You could do that underneath that liquidity and beneath that quantum reactor. That would be the long setup there if you wanted to go for a long on that. If not, we can just do this. We'll just do this. Bring that down to here. If we come up into this range of about $8, golden pocket rejection, set up a short there. You can see here over and over again. Watch. That was a 50% move rejection there. So 50% rejection there. If we move this over into that, with that being an outlier, a lot of rejection on the 50. I would just wait and see if we can get this into a long. I think render's looking pretty decent right now, even though it's coming down. If we get a move up on Bitcoin, we could be looking at a long on there, on render. I mean, but yeah, everything else looking pretty bad today, guys. Honestly, just zoom out a little bit, take a look. I mean, you can see your things are looking weak on the higher time frames. If they're looking strong, that's probably the one you want to watch. Be careful right now. Bitcoin is getting that 382 level that we talked about earlier. I said watch for it to come up and test those previous ranges of support. Well, that is right there where we are right now. We're coming in the top line of that support, which is about 92,600. If we get a rejection there, it may just consolidate here for a bit because we like to consolidate in that range. And then that would let all this cool off. Rejection in that line would be another setup for a short. So nothing's changed this week, despite price going up. The only thing that has changed this week is that everyone's still holding their breath for inflationary data to come out this week. So that's it. That's not a change. No change there. So I think that's about all I got time for today, guys. Well, I got time for more. I just don't really have much else to go over. So I appreciate everyone joining us. Tomorrow, OC guys should be back on the show with us. We're going to be getting Nick Cypher on sometime this week to go over this data. But if you guys got anything out of today, please smash that like button and share this with a friend. We're trying to grow the channel. It's what we're trying to do. Drink coffee, make money, and grow the channel. So if you guys got anything out of this, we would appreciate the like, follow, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. And I'll be back here tomorrow morning, 9:30. Don't forget, tune in today. We've got Trade Academy with Trade Intuition at 4 p.m. Eastern. Crypto Nightcap tonight. We got Markets After Dark after that. Tomorrow morning, Good Morning Crypto. 5 live shows here daily on the show. So make sure you guys tune into all of them and get that alpha. We will catch you guys back here tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the morning market report. Until then, trade safe. And as always, use some risk management. Later, guys. Have a good one.
We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling out the wheels flow low. I know you hungry for knowledge, that's profit appetite. Classes in session, this for the Army Piper acolytes. Trade flag at the soul, train ready. What a line from OCI, form a Mexican spaghetti. Yo, crunch crypto with a deep dive to reject dime. And if you like the visual powered by Tar Prime, then you will part of that alumni, that's all spine. But if you have step, fall back to offline. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling out the wheels flow low. Sound off. To get with them, the ZTS rhythm. Alexandra.
Yeah, that's my alumni, you know what I mean.